Hello to users, it's me once again. First of all, I want you guys to congratulate me because last night, 1 o'clock in the morning, I just managed to finish reading this Hebrew and Greek interlinear Bible. It's been more than 7 years I have been reading this. And as a gift of my so-called my graduation to you all, I want to show you a very important passage from the Revelation. Now, this is mainly for the Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Just so you know, my background, I have debated with many Muslims in the past, and when it comes to the point when they and I cannot realize that we cannot find any agreement, the point they raise is that, listen, if you show me a verse from the Bible that Jesus says that I am God, worship me, then I will follow the Bible, or I'll follow your religion. That's sort of the passage that somehow in the old days I started to think, well, they're making that point because they know that it's not actually in the Bible, and therefore it's their sort of tactics to run away from the argument. But in fact, I realized last night as I was finishing off reading the Revelation, on chapter 21 that is, I found a very important verse that I want to share with especially Muslim brothers and sisters out there, but also Jehovah's Witness, because it covers their subject as well, their queries, and also any Christian cult movement that deny that Jesus is God. Now, so we're going to read a very important passage today for the chapter 21, and I've highlighted the yellowy bit, which I normally like to just highlight, which I like to say probably appearance of God, and as you know, I have highlighted in the purple-ish color to confirm Christ. Now, I just want you guys to carefully go through this with me. So I'll try to go as slow as possible. So here it goes. This is Revelation chapter 21. It says, "And I heard a great voice out of the heaven saying, Behold." It's the same as when Jesus was baptized, from voice from the heaven. So that I believe that's Father, the God, saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of God with men, and he will tabernacle with them, and they will be his people. And God himself will be with them as their God. And God will wipe away every tears from their eyes." So we know that in fact, Jesus will wipe away everyone's tears. Okay, well, I'm not using this as my main point of an argument, but I've got a very great weapon for you today. About your query, where in the Bible does it actually say that Jesus says, "I am God, worship me"? Here it goes. "And the one sitting on the throne said," so if you read the Revelation, I wish I had enough time to explain about this part, but if you read the Revelation carefully, you'll know throughout, from beginning to the end, in Revelation, the one sitting on the throne is Jesus. You cannot deny that. That's just done deal. And what does he say? "Behold, I make all things new." That's what Jesus says. And he says to me, "Write, because these words are faithful and true." And what does he say? "And he said to me, it is done." And this is what Jesus says when he was crucified on the cross, when he finished his work. "I am the Alpha and Omega." That's another name of Jesus Christ, the beginning and the ending. "To the one thirsting I will freely give of the fountain of the waters of life. The one overcoming will inherit all things." And here it goes. "And I will be God to him, and he will be the son to me." So this is a very important verse. So this is Revelation chapter 21, and it's verse 7. "I," Jesus Christ saying, "will be God to him, and he will be the son to me." In other words, what Jesus is saying, I will be your God. I am your God. And he, referring to every single one of you who are the elect, in other words, chosen people, you will be the son to me. So in other words, what Islam like to portray is a God that needs to be worshipped or forcefully worshipped. But in here we have a very emotionally approaching God saying, listen, I want you to worship me, but as a son. I want you and I to have a relationship like a father and son. So it's a very emotional approach from Jesus, saying that I will be God to you and you will be my son. So you can see that the Christianity, the Bible, how it's explaining about Jesus, our God, is definitely confirming that he is our God, because he's saying I will be God to him. But also this is the striking emotional approach, very emotional, very like some people, if they're going through a hard time, when they go through this passage, they might cry. Actually, he says, you will be my son, you will be a son to me. In other words, we are spiritually, afterlife, adopted from Christ to be his son and daughter, obviously. But I hope I made the point here. So if Muslims actually ask you and have debates, ongoing debates, endless debates, and they ask me, listen, if you show me the verse from the Bible saying that Jesus says, I am God, worship me, I would recommend Revelation chapter 21, and that will be verse 7. I will be God to him, and he will be the son to me. So I hope I proved my point here today. Thank you very much for watching this video. This is Love Jesus Please, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.